Hello, Samuel.
Hello, Samuel.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, hi.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
To see you
I know
after
it's good
long.
to see you too.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Yes, yes.
How are things going?
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
And what about you?
Things are good. My three boys are all in school and just got back from, well, not just, but last week we had doTERRA's convention, so that was really fun and um moving forward, I guess. Things are good.
Very good.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I've been able to talk to Lars a few times too, and that's been really good to reconnect with him. So
Yeah.
he says hi.
We also had word with him on chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been good. He says hi and that he loves you guys and misses you all. And
Yes.
now that like his move has slowed down, like I think I can start, kind of coming back. And I'm like, great, we'll take you.
Good.
So yeah. Well, we can just get started. So I was just going to talk about convention, like my experience at convention this week. And I know you guys have a convention coming up in October. Do you think you and Aradna would be able to go to that?
Yeah, we will go.
Okay. Let me see. I just want to see when it is for you guys. So let me look really fast.
Hmm.
Here we go.
I think so. Huh? Hmm. नहीं, So you will put this video on YouTube as well? You
Yes.
will make a
Yeah, I will, of course.
sure.
I'm gonna
So
pop.
sometimes if we missed, so we can watch on
Yeah, of
YouTube.
course. And I apologize. I didn't put the one from last week up. So I'll get that done as well today.
Okay.
So here I just put in the chat the link that will take you to the convention page where you can get tickets and things like that. I think the biggest I was to be really honest, like I didn't want to go at first. I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But I was like, just go, Gretchen. It'll be fine. Like you'll be fine. And so I'm really glad that I did. One, because I got to meet a lot of really cool people, like who are a part of Mandy's team. So I feel really connected, right? And like reconnected with people because I really only knew Lars and Mandy. And so now I know a lot more, which is a lot of fun. And then
Okay.
and then I got to see just this like the big picture of doTERRA, right? Like they announced new products. Hi, Radha.
How are
Oh,
you?
it's so good to see your guys' faces.
Yeah, it's too long actually, huh?
I know it's been too long, and we're gonna get this all figured out. So I promise this will be a weekly thing. So
Yeah.
uh,
Even we are free from Alicia's exams today. Tomorrow she has her last exam, so we are also free for another 2-3 months. So we can, attend our regular meetings now.
good. Yeah, and invite. I think I'm gonna start. This one I think will be a training for you guys. But then on Tuesdays, I want you guys to start inviting people, and I'm just gonna talk about I'm just gonna teach a class, and then you guys just invite people, and we'll just
Yeah.
talk about like the three cool things about doTERRA, and that I'm just gonna do that class over and over and over again. So that way you guys can invite and then I can teach. So we'll do that. But So I was just sharing that I got back from convention. And it was really cool because I got to see just how big doTERRA is, right? It's still small, but it's still really big too. And the impact and the influence that this company is having on the world was so powerful. Like they talked a lot about the co-impact sourcing, which has Lars talked a lot about that yet? Did he teach anything about that to you guys?
Regarding what? Regarding what?
The co-impact sourcing
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
it's
bit.
little bit. Yeah, we know.
Okay, so they talked a lot about that and how, right, because we don't build farms here in America. We go to where the things grow best, right? And because of that, we're helping local, like, right, like in India, we're helping local farmers. They're getting
Yeah.
they're getting fair, right? Like a good price, a fair price. And so maybe I'll teach on that in a couple weeks. But so I got to really feel that the impact of what doTERRA, like how doTERRA is affecting the world. But then just to be a part, like when they announced new products, which was really cool. They hopefully they'll get to you guys soon, but they're coming out with a new probiotic, and we've got birch oil and blue lotus, and then like a Serenity sleep system. So like the deep blue sticks, they have a Serenity stick that you can use along with the Serenity oil. So I've been using that
Oh,
the last like week, and it's been really, really cool. So anyways, I just and it was fun to like see the founders and to feel their energy and
Hold on.
their spirit and their love for us. I don't know, there's like so much. But I really, if you guys can, I really encourage you guys to go to the one that it's October. I know it's like the 15th through something. The
What
13th.
is this? This is some conference going on.
Yeah, so it's doTERRA's convention. And we just had it here. And I put in the chat the link for the convention for you. So it's
So,
going to be, sorry, go ahead.
no, you can complete, then I'll ask questions.
Oh, okay. It's so convention is a place for everyone who's a part of doTERRA, who's interested in doTERRA to come and see what's going on, learn from top leaders, right? We had like Dr. Oscathorpe. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's one of the top doctors, right? We got to hear from Dr. Hill. We got to hear from Emily Wright. We got to hear from just all of like the top right? Like the top founders. We got to hear from all of them. We got to hear from top producers like the Goddards. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they're in our upline. They're like the top tier of us. So you get to get trained by the best people in doTERRA. So and then here in America, they talk about they spend a whole day on the new products, like announcing the new products. And then they spent a whole day talking about the science behind the new products and behind doTERRA, which that was really cool too, just to learn about how it works with our body. And then they spent a whole day talking about the compensation plans and getting us like pumped up to go and share. So, and that's my guess is what will happen in India as well.
So how long this program will go? How long this convention will go? It's a 1 day or 3 days?
It's two. Let me share my screen. It's the 13th and 14th.
13th and 14th of October, and it's a full day thing, right? It's a
Yeah.
full day, not me.
So this is the website. If you guys can see it. So it'll be in Mumbai. Is that close by? Are you close there?
It's in Mumbai.
Oh,
It's in Mumbai.
Yeah.
far.
Is that
No,
far?
Yeah.
it's a different state actually. It's different state, so
Oh,
we
okay.
can't travel.
1200
The
kilometer from here.
the travel itself takes, if we travel by train itself takes 24 hours.
Okay. Man, that's a long time. Okay, that's good to know. So are you guys in North India or South India?
North.
You're in North? Okay. Let's see. I wonder if they'll have so we had the opportunity to have it streamed. Like we were able to watch it live. We streamed it, and so I wonder if they have that option. Let's just see. Yeah, it's in Mumbai. Let's just see.
Gretchen, earlier you told us that Mandy is planning to come to Delhi in July or August, but it's already passed. Is there any plan that they are planning to come here?
I don't know. I actually yesterday was like the first time I had talked to her since probably June. So her son got married. Um, she sent a missionary to Korea. She's had a lot on her plate. And a lot of us unfortunately got ignored. And so that's what her and I were talking about yesterday. So I don't know. But I plan on talking to her about her sending me to you guys because I think that would be really cool and really helpful. And I have more time than she does. Um, so if that's something you guys would be interested in.
So you are planning to come?
Yes, I want to. I've got to talk to her about having her send me. We just got to figure out when I can do it. So hopefully, hopefully in the next few months we can figure all of that out.
Yeah, because we need that type of motivation which we have earlier. Because like we just just because of the absence, we are not working like the way we were working earlier. Very frankly, I'm saying this, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
all, yeah, the thing is like doTERRA, no doubt that doTERRA products are really amazing, no doubt. But the reason when we come to the market, the same thing, like we are having the issues, and since the motivation is not there, we are just using for ourselves. We are not into the market in the way we were earlier. So we really need that type of motivation to come up again, so that we can start up again in the same way as we were earlier.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I know. I know how that goes. So, and I apologize on behalf of Mandy, on behalf of Lars, of course, on behalf of me. Like things have gotten in the way, which is unfortunate. And
So,
I,
so how many of us are still in touch with doTERRA and with you?
you
Because
guys, that's about it. Like, I know I've talked to Renu a few times.
Very.
But really it's just you two and her. So
what about that Teresa who is from Pune, and that other like Benson, they are not in touch with you now because they
uh,
are all under arts team.
yeah, I haven't talked to Benson.
This Jacqueline also is under Lard's team. I just
Yeah.
want to know whether the people are working or not. Like Rakesh from Chandigarh, he was also in Lard's team. So, like, are these people still working, or they are not in touch with anyone? Like, how the things are going?
Yeah, I haven't talked to any of them. So
Okay.
yeah, I haven't talked to any of them. So I don't know. My guess is that they're not, but maybe they are. I don't know.
Hmm. Hmm.
We I think the more consistent I am, the more people will start to come back. So, and we have some new his name's Jayapal. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but Lars met him last year. and he called Lars just last week or so and was like, I want to get in, like I'm ready. Maybe do you guys know him? I don't know.
Who? What's his name?
Jaypal.
Yeah, J Paul. J Paul.
Jay Paul. I don't know.
He's
Somebody
from Nepal.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, actually, he has given some reference from some acharya from Nepal, but that person is not in touch with us. I tried to contact him that time, but I did not get any positive response from him. So
Okay.
later on, I just left him, just left the messaging him just because I was not getting any positive response. He always says, I let you know whenever I come to Delhi. So I just stopped it and I did not get any message from him as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how.
That's good to know. So I think until I can come out there, I think us meeting weekly, I can teach, right? Like I can help coach. I can coach you guys on mindset. Um, I can coach you guys, right? On motivation, on whatever you feel you need. Um, like I will prepare and come. And again, I'll start teaching that class on Tuesday, the essential oils class. And maybe we can pick up that momentum that we had before. And then I'll talk with Mandy about sending me out there and just seeing from there. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said in the starting of the class, that we need motivation. It's all just went down. So, and somehow we both are very much connected with the products. Like we are still using it, for
Good.
refreshing ourselves, for getting the immunity and everything. Like we as a family definitely using it.
Good.
And there are certain products, like in my office also, like if somebody requires, I'm personally ordering it for them. So but the reason is we are not earning any money from doTERRA, very frankly, and we really need to earn because our finances are is in crunch right now. So we really need to start our earning. So that's why we are worried, like if we are giving our time on this, so we really need to start our earning in in one way or other way. So if we get some motivation, some help, definitely we are there to support it. But without that, like
I know.
we are not able to give our best. That's what we
Yeah,
noticed in back months.
yeah, and I've felt that as well. It's been interesting just speaking. What? Sorry, our neighbor just stopped by. Hi, you're okay. I'm just talking to India. It's fine. Yeah, yeah, the country. We our neighbor has a 1 year old and she has to go to work and I think she's going to yoga today. So we watch
Okay.
when her baby's sleeping, we watch the iPad for her. So she's just bringing it by. So
Wow.
yeah, so just to speak very very candidly and very frankly, like I've felt similar to how you guys are feeling in terms of I've been looking for that support through Mandy and she hasn't been available really through no fault of her own, right? Like um she's life's been happening for her, right? She's had a lot happen and so it's helped me understand, I guess, understand how to be supportive for you guys, right? And for other people on our team. And it's hard when it's been hard for me because I am passionate about doTERRA. I love the products. Like I know that there are people out there that need this, right? And they need it from you two, they need it from me. But they're waiting for us, right? To find them and they're searching for us. And so it's been really hard and I've doubted myself a lot. Like, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? Because I haven't felt that support from our upline. But the one thing that I learned going to convention is it's not it's not Mandy's responsibility to like it's my responsibility to do the work to keep reaching out. But having said that, I know it's really hard to do the work when you don't feel supported. So I think I'm feeling similar to how you guys are feeling, right? You've been searching for that support. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been searching for that support and it hasn't been there. And um and that's been difficult for you guys. And so I'm recommitting, right? I'm recommitting to me, but I'm also recommitting to you guys. And so I hope that, and I hope that I can show you through actions that I'm recommitting to you guys, because you're important. Your well-being, your family are important, right? And there are people out there waiting for you to bring doTERRA to them. And so and I feel that responsibility to teach you guys so that you can go out there and do your work. So that's what I have. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, thank you so much for your presence. It really means a lot. If we all can work together, definitely we'll achieve it, right?
Yeah.
Alone it's difficult, but together definitely it works. So if you are there to motivate us, definitely we are there to support you. So in any ways, we are working together and
Yeah.
for each other.
Yeah.
So thank you for understanding us. Thank you for your presence, and definitely we are also at the same time we are also trying to be consistent in our meetings to join all these things and
Yeah.
to come back again with the things in the market. Yeah.
I think that's great. Yeah, and it's just weekly, right? I think just as I show up, as you show up, others will start to show up. I feel like you two specifically are really powerful leaders in India, and so because of your passion and because of you guys show up, right? That's the hardest part, is showing up. So I think the more that we do this consistently, the more people will come and we'll grow that momentum back up. We'll get that momentum back up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Back again,
Yeah.
with that enthusiasm.
yeah.
That's how.
Yeah. And I think too, a big thing for me is right, like I feel those promptings from the spirit, right? Those like names like of people who I feel I should reach out to, and then I get scared and I don't. And so that was something else that I took away from doTERRA. It's like, just do it and then they get to decide, right? Like they get to, if they want to answer back. If not, that's okay, right? But as long as I think we're following those promptings from the spirit, like then as long as we're doing good, right, we'll be rewarded. So, and it might not be in a way that we think, but it'll come to us. So anyways, that's kind of my goal. That's my plan. Just as so that's my plan. Yeah.
Yeah. We will
So
try to connect with those, other people, those who are already in this. We will try to connect them and
yeah.
bring them to next meeting.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
do you guys, so for next week, right? Because I want your guys' input. I want to know what you want to be taught in terms of like these mindset trainings, these motivation trainings. What would be helpful for you guys for next week, next Thursday?
I think it's the motivation. It's if someone is coming to give them motivation, it's the best thing.
And how we can approach people, the techniques of approaching people, that's the main thing which we need to discuss, because we are keep struggling with the things, since the product is expensive, and since it's a network business, people sometimes it's there in mindset that it's a networking business, so they don't want to participate in it. Yeah, they just keep their foots back. So how we can approach, what techniques we should follow, that we should without hesitation we can share our products to them, and they can we can convince them. Basically, we can convince them. So we need things how we can, manage with these things.
Okay. Well, and I don't want you guys to be convincing anybody, right? Because we can't force anybody to do anything. But
It's true. It's true.
so I want you to like practice, like, we're not convincing, right? We're not convincing. We're offering and we're sharing. And then they get to choose whether or not they want to opt in, right? And
That's what we are doing. That's my approach is, because if we are going to approach people directly to join the business, they are least interested in that, right?
yeah,
So what I just want to share one incident that happened last week. I think last week with me, I was in the office, and due to lack of sleep, I was having a quite headache and heaviness. So and I was working, so I used to carry that peppermint oil with me. Like it's really helpful for me whenever I smell it, and whenever I apply it on the head temples, it's really give me relaxation.
yeah,
So that day, one of my colleague, he was working there as in my school as a tennis teacher, table tennis coach, and he resigned. So due to some financial transactions, like he has visited us, and he simply asked me a question like, how is my knee? I just got fell down last year and got hurt in my knee, and just because of doTERRA products, by intaking it and by applying it, I just got healed. So I just shared the same thing. Like, doctor has asked me to do many things, but because of doTERRA, this is the essential oil which I have used, and I'm feeling much better. So he was very surprised, what oils like you have applied and what thing, and is there anything for cold and cough? Then I got a chance to introduce my peppermint and eucalyptus and on guard, that there are these many oils which we can take to build our immunity, and to you can steam it, you can use as a steamer, and for like other things. I have shared many benefits to him, so he was impressed. But the thing is, he asked me the price. So it's just a 5 ml bottle I have with the peppermint. It's just 1200 or 1300 rupees. So he said, yeah, but it's very effective. He was busy in something right now, I know, but he told me that he will approach me. I don't know whether he's going to approach me or not, but at least I got a chance to share that oil with him,
yeah, yeah,
to as a sample, and he liked the product. Maybe one day he realize, or maybe after some time,
right,
well, like I'll call him, like, you need some samples or something like that, so I can approach him. But
yeah,
since it's related to office, so I can't show very much interested in that, because I cannot, dual service I cannot show here in India. So I
yeah,
always introduce, husband is doing as a part-time business, so I always introduce like this. So I know, but whenever I get chance, definitely I introduce doTERRA. But the reason is, I told you, like, we are into financial crunches, so we need to earn money. So that's why our focus is how we can earn money. That is the main focus right now. So we
yeah,
are struggling with that thing. We are struggling with that thing actually.
yeah. I think what you did, like that example, that what happened with your friend, like your colleague, like that's exactly what you do, right? We're planting seeds in people, right? We're planting seeds, right? You planted the seed in this colleague, right? He knows the price now, right? And then he gets to go and figure out, how can I get this, right? It's helped Aradna so much, right? How can I do this now, right? And so we just let that seed start to grow. And the more seeds that we plant, the more that we share. I actually had a gal, so it was a few months ago, actually. I think it was like the beginning of the summer, and it was a fifth Sunday. And we were doing kind of like a professionals day in church. And they had us go around and share what we do, right, professionally. And so I think I'd like just started with doTERRA, like just like really committed. And so that's what I shared. I was like, I'm just starting doTERRA. Like, if I ask you to come to a class, please come. You know what I mean? And so that was like beginning of summer. And then just this Sunday, one of the gals in my ward was like, hey, are you still doing doTERRA? And I was like, yeah, totally. And she's like, okay, I need to get some stuff from you. Right. And so it's like, we don't know when those seeds will bloom and blossom, but as long as we're sharing, they're gonna come, right? And I hadn't talked to her at all about doTERRA, like at all. And so I just made that mention, right? And then she came. So I think if we can work on changing your mindset, right? That we're planting seeds, right? Right now we're planting lots of seeds, and then people will come. I know that you need money like right now. Like, I don't know. Can you guys see that bruise? So my husband, can you guys see that? I don't know. Am I
It's swollen. It's swollen.
so
Yeah.
my husband and I have been, can you see that? So
Yeah.
we need money as well. But my husband and I have been donating plasma. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
I don't know if you can do that out in India, but we get paid
We
to
can,
do that here.
you
So
can pay for
yeah, we get paid for donating plasma out here. So maybe that's a way. Maybe you guys find something like that that you can do. It's twice a week for me, twice a week for my husband. I'm going at noon, which is it's 9:30 right now. So a couple hours, right? But we're getting paid from that. So and hopefully this will be helpful too. Like go see if there's something like that that you can do, right? Like something on the side that will bring in some sort of money. That way, while you're building this doTERRA business, when you're sharing and you're planting seeds, right, that can grow. But then also, because what happens is when you're in a place of we have to make money, we have to make money, we have to make money, right? What ends up happening is you don't make money because you're feeling desperate, right? You're feeling panicked, you're feeling anxiety, stress, all of these things. And then you go and you do, right? You behave in a way that's very needy, and people don't like that. So if you guys can find something in the short term, right? Like maybe donating plasma to relieve some of that money stress, right? Then as you're then
volunteer. Here it's voluntary. Like if somebody requires in your circles, or if somebody needs, then you need to go and build. But we can't go and donate like this just to earn money. That's the
oh,
thing.
okay. Well, do you know of anything that you can do that where you can go do something and get paid? Like, is there anything like that out there?
Yeah, we have to search. There is a
We can't go like we need to start then our own business,
Yeah.
maybe some food business, maybe some tuition
Yeah.
classes, maybe
like
something
this.
like maybe some online thing which we can, if we are very much familiar with this social sites, then we can use that and we can earn something like that. So but these are all time taking process. It's not one to one. Like if we start today, we can't get paid by itself today itself.
Right.
So it will time. We need to build our things, and then accordingly we'll get it on that.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to spend the time to doTERRA, because if we are giving time, so we should give to that product which is really useful, and we know that the product is really amazing. That's why.
Yeah. So then let's just focus right now on planting those seeds, right? And if there are things that you can do, I mean, I don't know, but see if there's things that you can do like in the short term to earn small chunks of money. That way it
We'll
takes
just
the pressure off of doTERRA making that money, right? And then you just
we are
get to share it.
trying out working on this
I made my card.
visiting card of doTERRA.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. That's beautiful. And just start handing them out, right?
Yeah.
Just start handing them out to whoever. Like go to all the like salons and the spas and the yoga places. Like just hand it out. Bring little samples. Just get out. Just start planting seeds.
So how is it? It's
beautiful. I love it. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
So I'm distributing whenever I got opportunity to. I give people.
Yeah, good. And I think too, like even as you're just out and about, like just out and about in the area, like where you live, if you were walking by a store and you have a thought, oh, this would be a good place, right? Like maybe they would like it. You just go in there and ask, right?
I would say that it's in doTERRA, and it's it's a health product, and it's very potential, very much potential in this product, because everyone need for this.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
not like it's like a cloth or home.
Right.
Everyone need home, everyone need cloth. So
Yep.
same, it's a product. So if children to elderly people, everyone should
Yeah.
they need this.
Yeah.
So it's very much potential.
Yeah. There's a lot. We just gotta get out there, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, I had a thought and it went away. Oh, and the people that say no, right? The people who aren't interested because it's too expensive or whatever their reason is, like those aren't your people, right? Like we don't
Mm,
have to, when we find those people who are our people, we don't have to convince them, right? Like they're going to be ready, right? They'll be ready. Our people are ready. And those people who give the excuses, it's too expensive, it's too this, it's whatever, right? Like that's okay. They're not your people. So,
yeah.
I think that's something that's really helped me over the years as I've tried different businesses, right? Like anyone who comes to me, like I've put it out there, like when people come to me and they're my people, like they're already a yes, right? Like I don't have to convince, I don't have to do any of that. It's just like, hey, let's work together, and they're like, okay, right? So
Yeah.
that's the thought that I've put out there for a few years, and they just come, right? They're already a yes. And we just have to sift through, sort of like we just have to find them. We have to go out there and find them. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
anything else?
we'll
Any other thoughts that you guys are having?
just refresh ourselves again, and
Okay, we can do that.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's nice talking to you and get refreshed by our thoughts. At least we get a chance to exchange our thinking and our thoughts. This is how we are, how we are connected,
Yeah.
like with the people and then with the church, like with the doTERRA. These both things are connected with each other, and if we are there to support each other, definitely we'll achieve the things. So that's how it is.
Yeah. Hey,
Mm,
well, I will stay connected, and hopefully we'll be able to get Lars back on some of these. But my husband and I were even like, should we move to India? Should we? We were talking about that. But
We are hoping to see you here
mm,
soon.
yeah, I'm gonna talk to Mandy some more about that because I think that would be really good for you guys. So I'll talk to Mandy about that. And I'm sure my husband wants to go back to India. So because he served his mission out there.
Oh
oh,
wow.
in India, wow.
Yeah. So
Where?
he served his
North
mission
India?
with Lars.
Yeah.
Okay, with Lars.
Yeah. So
Oh, South India.
that's one connection for my husband and I. But yeah, he served out there. So he knows what what's Teresa's last name? Oh, Vivian. Yeah. Fernando. Is that it? Teresa, is that right? Yeah. And Vivian. Do you guys know them?
Who? What's his name?
Vivian,
Vivian.
Fernando.
Vivian.
Bibiana.
Viviana.
No, no, Vivian. Is it just Vivian?
No, he served in South India or North India.
My husband?
South.
Hmm.
Both. Come meet them, love. Yeah, he served in both. He was all over.
So maybe he's like same like Lars. Lars have served both the places in South
Yeah.
also and in North also.
Yeah. So
Mm.
he so no, my husband's name's Mark. This is
Hello.
Mark.
Hi,
Hi.
hi, brother.
Hi.
This is Samuel and Aradna.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Where do you live?
New Delhi.
Oh, okay.
No, New Delhi.
So you served with in South India and North India both, same as Lars have done, right?
Yeah, my first place was New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Oh.
Oh, which ward? Which
Branch?
branch? That time it was branch, yeah.
Lajpat Nagar.
Lajpat Nagar. Maybe you got a chance to serve Lajpat Nagar because
Yes.
that is the oldest one.
Yeah.
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 We are a member of Lajpat Nagar only.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you guys join the church?
He joined in 2007 and myself I have joined in 2012.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was a branch when I was serving.
Yeah. So who was the branch president at your time? Do you remember anything?
It was let's see here. It just
Katuka?
changed. Yeah, Kautuka was there, but he wasn't the branch.
John
It was
Johnson John. They are old.
my memory's not good. I wrote it down in my journal though.
मेरा phone ले आना. So yeah, so many old members are there. Messi family is there. If
Yeah,
you
like
know them.
Stanley, Massey.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Stanley.
Stanley Messi is a stake president now, but I think
Oh, is
at
he?
your yeah, but I think at your time he was a kid.
Yes, he was. He was.
Yeah, he was.
He would come on exchanges with us.
Okay, that's how.
नहीं पता चलेगा.
इसमें नहीं पता चलेगा. I'll show you some pictures. Maybe you can recognize. That's what. Anyways, get a plan to visit us again.
I was planning on doing it when the temple was dedicated.
नहीं यार नहीं पता.
Yeah.
This is Stanley's uncle, Naveen Messi. Maybe he was in the Lajpat Nagar ward, so maybe you know him.
Yeah, I only knew Stanley and his dad, so
Okay.
never
Okay.
met his uncle. Who else? I gotta brush up on names.
Good to see you here. But like technically we can connect virtually. we are thankful to the techniques.
Yeah, nice to have Zoom.
Yeah.
You can see each other.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I'll brush up on names. I kind of lost a lot of names.
No.
Then you will come and then you will memorize.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. When the temple's dedicated, I want to be out there.
In Bangalore, in Bangalore temple. Yeah, we are also looking for it to have a temple in India.
It'll be exciting. So
Yeah, same here.
but very nice to meet you.
Same here, brother.
Yeah.
Same here.
So I will leave you to it.
Huh? Gretchen, show me your hand. What you have wore in your hand? Oh, it's a bracelet. Watch. Okay.
Oh, it's
He
my
thought
watch.
he thought it's a bangle.
Oh, yeah. It's just the red band with a watch.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, nothing exciting. Yeah.
You love to wear you like to wear Indian clothes? Do you have some?
I don't have any actually. I'm sure I would love wearing them. When we do come out there, I'm definitely gonna stock up. So
Yeah.
sounds like Teddy. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll talk to Mandy. So no, I don't have any. Mark has, I think Mark still has some from his mission, but he's grown a bit. So he doesn't quite fit it anymore.
That's how.
But yeah. So all right, you two, it's late where you're at. So I'm gonna let you guys go. And then,
Yeah. Thank you. See you soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next week.
yeah, so
With some.
Tuesday
Yeah.
I'll be teaching like a basic essential oils class. So if you have people, bring them, and we'll do it at the same time. We'll do it at 9, which is 8:30 your time.
Mhm.
So 9 my time, 8:30 your time. And then Thursday we will do a training. We'll do motivation, how to talk to people, how to share. So how to plant
Okay.
seeds.
So,
Okay.
so Thursday class is for us, or other people are also going to join in that?
So Thursday class will just be for our team.
Okay.
So people
Okay.
who are already wellness advocates. And then Tuesday's class will be for anyone who wants to come. And I'll just they have a class that's like 3 cool things about doTERRA, and I'll just teach that class. So if you have people who you've been talking to, write your colleague, maybe invite your colleague, right? Anybody else who can come, and it'll just be on Zoom. So I'll make a meeting for that. Maybe we'll just use the same one so it doesn't get confusing. I'll figure that out. You guys don't worry about that. So,
Okay.
Okay.
okay. Anything else?
Nothing. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Gretchen. Thank you for
Oh,
all your input, for
You're so
positivity.
welcome.
Yeah, we loved it. We liked it. And we are refreshed now. Yeah.
Good. Good. Mwah. Well, I love you both. And
Bye. Love
we'll
you.
see you
Bye.
on Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 See you.
इधर आओ, इधर आओ.